Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, we get a visit from one of Buffalo's best chefs ahead of a big fundraiser this week. And we're joined by Feed More Western New York with details on their campaign to combat hunger in our community. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, everyone knows the cuisine of the Queen City is high quality, and we're showcasing that with 3 of the city's top chefs, all to benefit a good cause. Joining me now is Chef Don Schmitter. Don, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us. It's always great to be here.
Of course. I would like you to tell us a little bit about your culinary background and how you came to be a top chef.
Well, thanks for the top chef. I have been in the business for longer than I care to admit, I guess, but I went to culinary school at Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. I did an apprenticeship under Chef Norm Hart at Brookfield Country Club, and then I've been around at clubs and hotels and whatnot. I'm a certified executive chef, a certified culinary educator in the ACF, and a proud member of the board as a treasurer right now in Buffalo. So I've been around for a while.
Yeah, you've been doing it. And so someone that's been in this business for a long time, I'm very excited to find out what you're making for me today.
Yes. So today we have a tenderloin burger. So instead of just, everybody likes a great burger, right?
That's true.
Instead of just regular ground meat, right, we have tenderloin and strip loin that we grind together with some seasoning and fresh onion and patty it up and grill it. And then we have some ciabatta toast points.
Yeah.
It's kind of a deconstructed or, fancy burger, right? And then instead of just cheese for a cheeseburger, we have our Gorgonzola truffle cream, which is, a nice little touch. And then we finish it off with some cherry jam and some crispy pancetta.
All righty, I'm ready. Let's get into it.
All right.
Now, obviously, you're here to talk about the Chef Expo that's coming up, and it's also a fundraiser. So let's talk about that, the 3 Chef Expo. Kind of explain to us how it's going to work.
All right. So first of all, the idea came about from the chefs and I that have already been doing a lot of charity work with Crisis Services to begin with, and we wanted to do something a little extra. We do Men Who Cook every year, which is in October, but we want to do something a little more special, kind of more intimate, so people had a chance to get to know what a chef's life is like, how they get there, and all those things.
Well, I think we're seeing some of the other chefs participating. We just saw Chef Camille, and who else will be there?
Yes, so Chef Camille is French trained, obviously, and we've known each other for a while, and he's going to be there doing a salmon dill dish with pomegranate, which sounds really great.
It does.
We also have Chef Chris Sinclair coming, who is Chef Darian Bryan's executive chef at Bratz Hill.
Nice.
So he's going to be doing a cheese tortellini pasta dish. And on the screen, you can see me with Chef Darian. He's actually a former student of ours, and one of our more successful former students, of course. He's everywhere and has been extremely successful and a great representative of the Jamaican culture, which Chef Chris is also Jamaican. So we're going to have 3 different backgrounds.
Okay. And you mentioned Crisis Services. Can you tell us a little bit more about them and what this event is fundraising for?
Yeah, so Crisis Services is, a comprehensive care facility that provides so many different services for people in Western New York, from the suicide hotline, drug counseling, safe havens for people in bad relationships that are being abused. They do so many things that are essential for our community, and so this is, something that is going to go 100% of the proceeds are going to benefit Crisis Services. We were kind enough to have companies like Desiderios donating produce and Flying Bison beer, and so the community really stepped up to help with this.
Yeah, they always do. What will be on the menu?
Well, like I said, my tenderloin burger that I'm making here, and I'm just kind of going through with the Gorgonzola cream. So, it's kind of a deconstructed or reconstructed burger with the Gorgonzola truffle cream and the burger itself and ciabatta bread. But again, we have Chef Chris is doing his tortellini with peas and cream sauce and prosciutto, which is going to be delicious. And then Chef Camille is, again, doing his salmon dish with dill and pomegranate. And then we have some chocolate-covered strawberries at the end just to
for
finish it off.
a
for
little
sweet,
dessert.
little sweet bite, right?
Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could smell how good it smells in here. Anything I can help you with?
Sure, you want to help?
Sure.
Absolutely. So I just sauteed a little bit of shallot and garlic in butter because, got to have butter for good flavor.
Gotta have the butter.
And then some white wine to kind of take a little of that heat off of there. And then we're going to add some heavy cream if you want to pour.
Okay. Tell me when.
About 3/4 of it.
Good.
There we go. That's good. That's good. And then you can give it a stir with our whisk. And we're going to let that just heat up a bit. And heavy cream is nice because it has so much fat in it. Tastes good, but it also makes it thicken a little bit better when we heat it up. So we're also going to add a little dash of truffle oil.
Oh yeah, this is what makes it good.
Oh, that's the finishing touch, right? And then some of our gorgonzola is going to go in there.
Okay, is this?
Yep.
Yum. I'm sure that thickens it up too, right?
Yep, that adds a little bit of thickening. Now, if you need to, you could add a little bit of flour. When you have just the butter in there, you can put a little flour and make a quick roux before you add the rest. But generally speaking, as long as you have enough time to cook it down, it's going to thicken on its own without having to use that flour. Because, a lot of people gluten-free don't want to use the gluten. So we can do that without it. We don't need to have the flour.
Okay.
And then when you're all done,
It'll look like this?
you're going to end up with this. Yeah, just kind of reheating this a tad. I made it a little while ago, but you're going to have that. And what I did is I strained it when I was done, just a simple strainer that you probably have at home, just to get the shallots and the garlic out. You want a nice, clean, smooth sauce to finish our burger with. So that's why I strained it out. Not that the shallots aren't good or anything, but just for that texture is what we're looking for. And then we also have some pancetta.
Ooh.
So get your pan nice and hot. A little bit of oil is okay, but pancetta has a lot of fat to begin with. We know fat is flavor, right? So it might not be the healthiest thing in the world, but it sure is delicious. So
Listen, it's all about balance in life.
that's right. You got to have a little bit of that. And so if you're wondering, what is the difference between pancetta and prosciutto? Maybe, because most people know what prosciutto is, right? It's pretty close. It's a little fattier, and it's got a little less salt to it because it's not cured the way that prosciutto is. So it's got a little more mouthfeel to it with the fat, the way the fat comes across. And for me, it just blends in with the burger nicely.
Speaking of the burger, do you think she's ready yet?
We'll pop her out and we'll take a peek.
Okay.
All right. So you see these delicious looking burgers.
Yes, they look beautiful.
And I patty them kind of small but thick so that we can get a nice kind of rare to medium rare temperature on those. And then right on the plate.
Gorgeous.
I'm just going to turn this down real quick. Get these off.
Can I help with anything? What are we doing with this?
Sure. So we're going to take some of this luscious gorgonzola cream.
Yeah.
All right. And we're going to put, oh, I forgot to grab our ciabatta out of the oven as well. So you notice that these things all have grill marks on them. So with the char grill, just a quick mark with the char grill. And then we're going to take some of this sauce. And just.
Are you guys drooling right now? Because I am.
You really want to get some good amount on there. And then if you want to put a little cherry jam, just a little kind of dollop on there.
It's all up of cherry. Ooh.
So, a big dollop is okay. That's all right.
Big dollop.
That's all right. I'm sure you like cherry, right? And then a little bit of that pancetta I was talking about.
Yeah.
Just want to finish it off with a little crunch.
And voila.
And you can even throw a little piece of thyme on there.
There we go.
Finish it off.
There we go.
So you have all the textures and all the flavors coming together in a nice, beautiful dish. And like I said, Wednesday night, Buffalo State, Caudell Hall. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. And again, you have a chance to come in and talk to the chefs and learn about their backgrounds.
That's right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
Chef
for having
Don.
me.
Again, you can purchase tickets for this event by searching Chef's Showcase for Crisis Services on Eventbrite.com. Thanks again for coming in, Chef.
Thanks for having me.